Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hussein Sibyl. If this is your first time here, and you're welcome to my channel. My voice has not been balanced since I got a cold. I'm wearing a jacket because I'm still not very well. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'll be talking about direct employment, why I advise people to travel to UAE with a direct employment, and the reason why I'm against direct employment. So I will go with the reason why I'll advise people to travel to UAE with direct employment. First of all, I'll tell you people what direct employment is. Direct employment is the employment that you get when you're still in your home country. The company sends you your offer letter, they send you a visa to come over there and just work with their company directly. You don't need to go to UAE and you start looking for a job. That is what direct employment is all about. And the reason why I advise direct employment, because some people get over there, they are too lazy to go look for a job. So direct employment is the best way for them to go over there. At least when you get there, you don't need to spend your time going around spending your money, paying money for bed space, paying money for transport to go to offices. Agents will not eat your money because those are the people over there that are really doing the worst part, right? They will not take your money. You'll just go and you start earning your own money. So direct employment is kind of good. It is nice. It requires a lot of money. Some companies, they ask you to pay a certain amount of money when they want to take you for direct employment. But some agents, they really add a lot of money on top of that. So before you get a direct employment, make sure the person processing your direct employment, you really trust that person, because people doing direct employment, I've seen someone asking 2.5 million from someone to do a direct employment visa. I know it can be expensive, but it should be like 1.5 million CFA. I'm talking regarding to Cameroon. I don't know with other countries, because like I'll just say it in dirhams so you can convert it wherever you are. It can be like 6,000 dirhams, right? So if you are from Nigeria, Uganda, Kenya, you can convert it to your own currency. It's like 6,000 dirhams, 7,000 dirhams. Some companies, they ask for 10,000 dirhams, but that is not up to 2.5 million, okay? In CFA, it's not up to 2.5. It can be like 1.5, 1.7, 1.8. If you're paying that huge sum of money, that when you get over to UAE and you have a good job, like you have, let me say you're working as a security, your salary is like 2,500 dirhams. I'm going to be saying it in dirhams so that if you're in your country, you can convert it to whatever currency you're using. If your salary is like 2,500 dirhams, then it is good. But if you're paying that to go work as a housekeeping, the salary is not much. It's like 1,500. You cannot pay that huge sum of money to go work for 1,500 or 1,200. At least you should have a salary of 2,500 or 2,000 dirhams. That is good. If you're going with direct employment and you're paying that much money, but it should not be 2.5. 2.5 is a lot. 2.5 is a lot of money, except your salary is like 5,000. But I know some companies, they just hire you. Like when my brothers were traveling to UAE, both of them, they got to UAE with direct employment, right? The company just paid for their visa, they paid for everything. I just had to pay the agent a little bit of money. The guy who told me about the job, I gave him a little something. It was not that huge. My other brother came with direct employment. My junior brother came with direct employment. That is the best way to travel to UAE if you have that chance. But the thing with this direct employment is most agents, they dupe people and tell you they're doing a direct employment visa for you, but they go and process a visit visa, which is not a direct employment. You get over there and you start looking for a job. That is why I don't like direct employment, except I know that this person cannot do this to me, right? And then you can give them the money to process the direct employment. And the companies too, just make sure the companies are genuine, because some companies will come tell you, oh, we are doing direct employment. Maybe it's not even a company. Those are some of the reasons why direct employment is discouraging, right? But in any situation, there is a good and a bad side. So everything cannot just be bad, right? But then at the end of the day, you have to ask the person. I always tell people, this is your money. You're not begging the money from somebody, right? If you don't trust that person, you think that person cannot do what you're asking them to do, Don't give them your money. Keep your money with you and be safe, than to go that you're going for a direct employment. At the end of the day, you go and you see a job that you don't like. Because those are some of the reasons why I don't like direct employment. Because someone can tell you, oh, you're coming to UAE to work as a teacher, and when you get there, you're a housemate. You're coming to UAE to work as a nurse. When you get there, you're a housemate. You're coming to UAE to work as a security. When you get there, you're a cleaner. Right? Those things are not good. They are very discouraging when it comes to direct employment. That's why I tell people, oh, if you're going there, ask the person. Make sure you know these people before you give them your money. Always make sure you know the people that you're giving your money to. Money is hard. Money is not easy that you just give it around like that. No, money is hard. So if you're giving that huge sum of money to the person, ask them. Okay? Make sure you have something that you've signed somewhere. Because what I've seen out there is not the best. The reason I'm saying all of this, because I've seen horrible situations. I was living with a guy in a bed space. He told me he paid 2.5 million for direct employment, but they processed a 1 month visa for him. How hurtful is that? He didn't even process a 3 months visa for the guy. He processed a 1 month visa. He had to get to UAE. The guy struggled until he came back to Cameroon with nothing before one company even called him, but he's back working in UAE. So people even sit and say horrible things. Those who are determined to survive, they will always survive, because after everything that they did to the guy, he went over, they got the experience, came back, looked for his money, went back, and now he's having a good job. He's working, he is good, he's taking care of his stuff by himself. So don't just sit and say, oh, people are saying this about UAE. I know UAE is not a bed of roses. I'll not sit and say, oh, is this, is that. No, it's not a bed of roses. When you go there, you have to struggle. Okay, but if you're determined to work, you go there, you struggle, you will get it. That is it. So the reasons why I discourage direct employment is because people will tell you this is the job you're going to do. When you get there, that is not the job you're doing, right? There was one lady I met, the guy who processed her visa. She was teaching back in her country. She's a Ugandan. I've met so many of them, but this lady's story really touched me. She was working as a teacher, and then one guy came from UAE and said, oh, there is this teaching job that they are really paying so well. You should come. They will take you. They need English teachers. You come over to UAE and they'll just employ you. You have a good pay. Behold, that lady left her job. She had children, went to UAE, and then it turns out that the guy applied for a mate's visa. She was going there to work as a house help. She wasn't even going to work as a teacher. She wasn't even going to work as a security or anything. She was going to work as a house help. So when she got there, the guy was like, oh, this family, they need an English teacher and stuff. But that was not the truth. They took her as a house help. She could not go back to their family, because most of these people in UAE, I'll really do a video regarding house helps in UAE, because that is one thing too that bothers me a lot. You know, I'm doing my videos based on things that are not good. The things that I see that are not great, or the ones that are great, I will always tell you. So I'll do a video telling you about the housemates in UAE, right? So she got there, she explained everything to me. She said when she got there, they took her passport, they took her visa that she came with, and everything was just with the sponsor that she was with. She stayed in the house for 4 years without going out, without doing anything. And then when she wanted to get back to her country, her boss was saying that the agent who brought her took some money from her, and she needs to pay the money before she goes back to her country. It was just a lot. So those things like that, it traumatized the lady, and then she got mentally deranged, and then she was checked into a psychiatric hospital. So these are some of the things I don't like about direct employment. If someone is doing direct employment for you, just make sure that you know that person very well, because these agents, they can really take advantage of people. And even if it's somebody you know, warn the person. It's your money. Warn them. Tell them, this is what I will not take. This is what I will not take. Make sure you have something like a collateral in case of anything. Your family back home or somewhere can track the person down, right? Because that lady, she could not contact her family, she could not talk to her children. All of that just built up in her head, and it turned into something else until when she got well and she started explaining these things to me. So those are some of the things I'm doing this video so that people can avoid things like that. And then another thing about direct employment, like I said before, you can do the direct employment. They'll tell you this is the job you're going to do. When you get there, it's not the job that you want, and then they start telling you, if you don't like the job, just leave it, because they already took your money, right? you're forced to do what you don't like. So direct employment is good, and at the same time it is not good if you don't know the person that is doing it for you. These are the things that are making UAE to look bad. That place is not bad. It is a beautiful place, but just Africans are making it look bad. It is not bad. So if you're doing direct employment, be careful. It is good, but be careful and know who is doing it for you. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. If you need anything, you can contact me on Facebook. My Facebook is here from Sibyl. My Instagram is Hussein_Sibyl, and my email is hussein@gmail.com. You can check me on TikTok. It is here from Sibyl as well. I'll put the links in the description box in case you need anything. Just contact me. I'll respond to you quickly. Thank you for watching this video. It's always a pleasure to have you. Bye bye.